Hello. Welcome to the PattyLynn Show. It's our November edition here.
Yeah.
And we are talking about looking forward to the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked before about traditions and just things that you do every year and really look forward to.
Yeah.
So what are some of those things?
Turkey.
So the meal.
It's the only time of year I look forward to turkey.
I love a turkey,
Do you?
actually. I love to cook the big bird, and then I like to make soups. And I like to make casseroles, which I don't really make a lot of casseroles, but when there's turkey meat, I make a good turkey noodle casserole and turkey veggie soup. And I like it, but I really get burned out at Thanksgiving time with turkey because I don't like the tradition of having turkey every year. Isn't that weird?
No, I don't think so at all.
No, I do. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it really happened in college. First of all, my mom was a non-traditionalist. So we were living up on the Pacific Northwest, and she'd say, well, they had lobster and clam and salmon, and we live here on the Pacific Northwest. Let's have some of these. We would go, Mom, really?
Harvest.
Really? And she's like, yeah. But the Indians went into the woods and brought back 3 deer. Let's have venison. Let's have, and so she was such a non-traditionalist in that way. She had also had good traditions for us. So she was both.
Yeah.
But so then I think, well, or I say, okay, we'll have turkey. Okay. And mashed potatoes. But do you need mashed potatoes and stuffing? Yes. Okay. Do you need mashed potatoes and stuffing and rolls? Yes. Do you need mashed potatoes and stuff? Why do you pick a carb?
Right.
No. So I've gotten used to do all the things one day a year as a gift to those around me who love it.
There you go. There you go. I have to say ours has changed though because of being gluten-free. So there's not a ton of great gluten-free options for, now we have pumpkin custard instead of pumpkin pie.
Okay, sure.
Which is fine with me because I never ate the pie crust anyway.
Yeah.
So that's actually perfect for me. The stuffing that we do is a cornbread stuffing. We do still do, my husband actually does the turkey and he goes between either smoking it or frying it.
Oh yeah.
Last year he did both.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It's so much work to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, so much work.
I always get the turkey bag. So bastes itself inside the bag and takes less time. The big thing for me is making sure, because we buy a frozen turkey, making sure it's thawed in time.
That takes like a week, right?
I don't know. You don't want to thaw it too soon and have it be going bad.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal for that. But
I haven't done a turkey in years. I have no idea.
We used to get one from Ken's work. They'd give us a turkey. And then we would do whatever Fred Meyer or whatever grocery store had, you buy $100 and then you get a cheap turkey or a free turkey. So we get 2 turkeys. So we have it Thanksgiving and then we'll have another time.
Yes. I think we actually did that one year and it was when I was still cooking. And I think I ruined my family for turkey because it was so cheap. Right. Like I think it was Winco when they would do like a free turkey with like $50 or something like that way back a long time ago.
It's a good deal.
And so we did turkey several times. And since that, like now that my husband's frying and, smoking, like family can tolerate it a little bit more. But truly, they were like for years, no turkey. We don't want turkey.
Well, is it like chicken? Because it's like some chicken, right?
I don't know. Specifically turkey. No turkey. And even like things like turkey and lunch meat, turkey. No.
Yeah.
Nothing turkey.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I do like the tradition where you say what you're thankful for. So what's the reason for Thanksgiving? We're thankful for the food. We're thankful for the bounties. We're thankful for, the Pilgrims were thankful for God who had helped them not die that first winter and their friendship with the natives and things like that. But what I love that. Stop. What are we thankful for? And just really, we should all cultivate that attitude of gratitude and having a gratitude journal or 3 things a day you're thankful for and not just one time a year. But I do think it's a special time of year to think about it. as a first grade teacher, I have my kids make like a placemat. What are you thankful for? They write down what they're thankful for. And it's just it's a great time.
I love it. Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
And then looking forward to Christmas traditions.
Or
already got to think about those.
There's a lot of holidays in December too.
Yes,
there's a lot of different holidays. So I think it's, even though if, someone doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Well, I don't know them all, but I know Hanukkah and I get stuck on it. Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
I was thinking of two at the same time.
It's okay.
Kwanzaa.
I don't totally know them either, but I think it's kind of a neat thing because we're all kind of, there's winter solstice. There's several things that different cultures do celebrate. So we would love to know what you celebrate, but also we're all kind of in that same frame of mind. Even if we're not celebrating the exact same thing, we're all like, people are nicer. It's just, sort of. Depends on Black Friday and Christmas shopping. It can go the other way. Oh my gosh. Seems like people are crazier in December driving. But we'll see in Utah. I don't know. They seem to always be crazy drivers.
Oh, really? Okay. That's funny. You think of Californian drivers, but I never thought of Utonians. Are they Utonians? Is that what we're saying?
I think Utahns is what I've heard. Utahns.
Okay.
I won't tell you the names that we've come up with, some of them. Moving along. So
whatever your winter celebrations are and projects, even starting early, if I'm going to craft some holiday gifts, then I need to start early.
Yeah.
And, my knit things. And
I think is that why? Oh, sorry. Ooh, my yawning. Is that why they started Christmas in July?
Yes.
Because
I think so. The craft stores. This summer I was in the craft store with my daughter and she's like, I can't believe they have Halloween and Christmas already. I said, well, if you're going to make something, you have to have the supplies available in the summer.
Yeah.
So that you can make it.
I think a few places that are not craft places kind of get
and retailers just want to start selling it early.
That's true.
They just want to expand that retail merchandising.
Right. But if you are going to make stuff, that is a good time. Yeah.
Yes.
This might be a little late.
Gift giving is part of your tradition. Then when do you start? So Black Friday, I have not ever had any bad experiences like you see on the news, with Black Friday shoppers. Usually like I'm getting the little phone charger and the lady behind me is pushing. I go, oh, I can hand you one. Do you want red or blue? I'm just like, here, let me out of here. Well, there's enough usually. The problem is when there's 5 TVs and people waited in line all night, and that's really changed over the years, I think. Though they really don't do that too much anymore, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Companies do it the week before now. Like you can get the same deals. They've said like you can get the same deals.
Yes.
You're not getting anything different by being crazy.
Don't be crazy. They just want to sell their stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
enough for everybody.
Right. But I do usually that is kind of, unless I've seen something or planned something or made something, it's kind of when I start my shopping is especially when the kids were little, because they would have the cool Lego thing on a Black Friday special. Legos. And then we'd go specifically for it or go, so that kind of was, but now they're older. I don't know. It's a little different.
Yeah. I totally get that. We're both empty nesters, which is crazy. It's so different.
How did that happen?
I know.
I don't know.
But I actually, and I know you're going to talk about this tonight. So I loved creating experiences with my kids, especially because when they were younger, we were pretty broke. We didn't have the money to get like a lot of stuff. So sometimes their stuff came from Dollar Tree. So I had to focus on experiences.
Yes.
But
I think of that when I think of traditions. A lot of them are memories.
Yeah.
And so tonight we're really focusing on creating lasting memories for yourself as a human. You want to have that in your life, especially if you're a mom, you gals are a mom or have littles in your life, even not so little, 20-year-olds. You want to have this memory of family. And so how do you create those special experiences that become memories for them?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we just call them traditions. Like mom always made cinnamon rolls for Christmas morning breakfast. Okay. So that is such a, visceral memory because it touches all the senses, right? You see them on the pan and you smell them as you're baking and you get all gooey and sticky eating them. So you feel them and then you taste them, so I mean, it's just something like that. And, if you love them, maybe you don't like, maybe you're gluten-free, but then we'll make some gluten. We actually have made gluten-free ones because we have gluten-free in our family. Oh. So we need to find a yummy, gooey, delicious recipe for you. So that's something that's not that hard to do. It is a labor of love. It takes some time and planning, as do some of these memories that you're creating. Yeah. So really that is kind of the first step, is to plan. So just to think ahead. And maybe it was something from your childhood that you had, or you wished you had, or something you saw on Pinterest is okay, or Martha Stewart, go for it. Yeah. So something that you just think, this is something I want to do. I want my kids to ride in a 1-horse open sleigh, maybe, or to go play in the snow. We may not get snow here. We're going to go play in snow. Yeah. So we're going to get our warm clothes on, go freeze our toes off, and then come back and have cocoa. Or we would sit in the back of the pickup truck and mom would rub our little fingers and toes because they were so cold, and we'd drink hot chocolate. And we'd say, I want to go play again. I want to go play again. And we come back so cold. We probably didn't have good snow gear. That's probably the reason for my snoring. I never thought about that till right now. Yeah. We didn't have proper snow gear, but we did it anyway. Yeah. And it was a great memory. Yeah. So planning and then executing.
We would always take chili.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I forgot how we cooked it. Because
you're hungry.
I think we had
in the thermos.
I think we had a camper stove.
Oh yeah, camp stoves.
I think that's what we did. And we would, we actually did it one time and so many people were interested in our chili. Like they thought it was such a good idea. Yeah. That the next time we were like, okay, we'll bring extra cans of chili because people were so interested. And it was kind of fun.
Yeah, share chili.
Mm-hmm. It was an easy thing. It was just cheap canned chili.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Yeah. That's the thing for these memories. It doesn't have to be the Pinterest Martha Stewart perfect. Yeah. It is just a warm memory. Yeah. A happy memory you're not expensive. And also, when do you want to eat hot chili? When you're cold and in the snow? I mean, how fun is that? Right.
And I think it also goes to what your kids will remember too. Mm-hmm. Your kids aren't going to remember all the details. Like it's the thing that they'll remember. They'll always remember going and playing in the snow. We played
in the snow and then we had hot chili and everybody wanted our chili.
Yes.
Because mom made the best canned chili around.
Right. Poured it right out of the can.
So my mom had a friend. They had a chili bake-off, like Rotary, the business owners in town, whatever. They all had this chili bake-off and she did not cook. Oh. So she just went to the grocery store and she opened cans of chili and put in her crock pot so she could participate. Well, she won. Oh, no. And she was known for not cooking, but they're like, this is such good chili. And then she's like, I have to confess. This is not my mom. It's a friend of my mom's. Anyway, so don't claim it, if you can. Right. I had a friend come over once for dinner. It was a potluck, a barbecue, and they brought this beautiful dish with potato salad. And the teenager sets it on the counter. She says, you know what we did? We went to the store and bought potato salad and put it in our dish. And the mom's like, we did. He's like, I wasn't going to announce it, but the daughter was so like, what a great idea my mom had. We just bought
store-bought
potato salad and put it in a beautiful dish and brought it. Voila.
I like the way you think.
I just love them, like talking about authentic truth.
Yes. Kids are definitely authentic. You're not going to pull one over them, right?
No. So how to make memories, plan it, and then execute it. So I'm kind of thinking about my kids. I mean, I did this when they were little, but I'd still like to be making memories. And one of the things, if you're watching kids, that I want to do, and you can be my accountability partner, see if I do it, but just like invite them all over Sunday after church for brunch. I know
Yeah.
families that do that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a great family time. I mean,
In
I don't know.
Utah, it's every Sunday.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Well, did you watch the Gilmore Girls where every Friday night they had dinner together? And it was kind of like a have to. So it wasn't like, but they had that time once a week. And that's when I really started thinking, even if they had a date later, they went to like 6 o'clock dinner and then they went on a date later. I mean, it was just like something you wouldn't miss. And again, in the show, it was kind of a have to, but you know, you kind of want them to. And so I'm like, well, I could make some really good gluten-free quiche that they would want to show up for, you know, so I have to plan it and execute it and maybe not every Sunday, but that's something I'm thinking, even with older kids, it'd be something like, oh, yes, in the future, we used to go to mom's and dad's and mom would make us brunch. I don't know, you know,
and maybe so it's kind of something they bring their grandkids to at some point.
Maybe it'll stick, but maybe it won't. It doesn't matter. Just, be a great time.
Yeah.
I think it might stick.
I think it would. Yes.
And this is kind of a special time for our family because we are all living in the same area and we could all meet up.
Yeah.
For brunch.
You never know, right?
And yeah, if someone takes a job or just wants an adventure and moves to Utah or something, and then we're not close again in proximity, you know, then we'd have to do something different but it's a special time that everyone's living here.
Yeah. I think you need to.
Okay. I'm going to.
Yeah. Right away.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Just do it.
Right.
Just do it. I think that's a part of it too. Don't overthink it.
Oh, I know. Just, you have to plan it and execute it, but it does not have to be perfect. It just has to be.
That was my issue with my kids, as I overthought it. I always did way too much research. And then I just wouldn't do things because I was so busy researching and looking, and I wanted it to be so perfect. And then I just didn't do anything. And really, my kids didn't care. They didn't care about perfect. They wanted to do those cotton ball snowmen, and they wanted to do those silly little crafts that I was like, I don't want to do any of those. They're stupid. But they're not. They're not to your kids. You can always like throw them away later when they're not looking if you don't like it. But at least it goes
away sometimes, but not too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what can you do to make it special? I mean, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but maybe I don't know, bought a special creamer for the coffee.
Yeah.
You know, just something that's like, or we use the good china. I'm looking at my tea set up here. You know, we did something. I don't know.
I mean, even to this day, one of the traditions that we did, which was so simple. I mean, I felt like it was so silly, but was our Polar Bear Express going and looking at lights.
Oh, fun.
And I would print out a golden ticket for each of the kids. And then I can't remember if I folded it, but somehow they got the golden ticket. And then we would pile all the blankets in the car. We'd bring hot cocoa in the thermos. And then we'd just go look at lights around the neighborhood. It wasn't even going to PIR or anything.
Right.
It was just the neighborhood. And they loved it. And they still want to do it today.
Yeah.
It's one of their favorite things.
Yeah.
So
it's funny what kids will just love, you know, that you're kind of like, well, you know, we're looking at lights. Yeah, I love it or whatever. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Now that they're older, we ask them, what traditions do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like, pick
what are we doing this year?
And lights always comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. Our kids do. We love looking at lights.
Yeah. So it's not silly.
Yeah. And then how to make those memories lasting. So, you know, our kids, we just got in the car and looked at lights, and it's great. You know, you made it special with your tickets and your blankets and your cocoa, you know, we just went and looked at lights,
which is still great.
Still works.
Right. Yeah.
But like nowadays, especially with your, you know, take a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, we take a picture of this, or we speak of it, like, you know, or remember whatever, or next time we're going to do this, or, you know, so that makes it more of a core memory because you're making those synaptic connections in your brain.
Teacher speak. Yes.
You know, so you're really reinforcing that, you know, not to beat it to death, but just like, oh, hey, next time I'm going to make whatever spinach quiche, or, you know, I mean, just kind of talking, and it just makes it stick.
I think too, one easy thing that's helped us, you got the pictures. I think one thing that I've learned out now that we're in the digital realm is to actually print out those pictures. So one way I do that is just with chat books. After an event, like after the holidays, just do the chat book. Just do it. Like don't even take time. Just boop, it's done. And then my kids love actually having pictures to look at.
Yeah.
In their older age, that is the big thing that they're like, why don't we have more pictures?
Yes.
And so making sure that I print those out.
That kind of happened to our family when we all went digital, because we stopped having pictures. And so I will, of special occasions, I'll go print pictures, but I do miss having more pictures.
And they love that.
Yes.
Kids love pictures. They love to look. I mean, we all do. Don't we all like to look back at ourselves and like, oh, look how funny I looked, or look how little I was, or, look at Mr. Beard without a beard.
Right. Before the beard. Before the gray.
Yeah, before the gray. Yes, that's a big one. I love it.
So just then, if you repeat it, then it becomes tradition. So it's a memory. If you do it more than once, even things that sometimes you do one time is like tradition. Especially kids are like, we have to, it's tradition. You're thinking, I don't
one time.
We did it one time, but it was good. So let's do it again.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Yep. But just remember that as you're planning it, it doesn't have to take any money.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a big expense. It doesn't have to be perfect or have all the little touches that would be on Pinterest. I keep blaming Pinterest.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of, there's a reason. All of us overthinkers and perfectionists have to have it Pinterest perfect. Don't do it.
No.
It's not important.
And then as your family grows, they will kind of shift. So take on a new way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, my, Santa, my mom would fill the Christmas stocking. And when we got to college, she said, it's too much for me to buy you a present and fill your Christmas stocking. I can't do it. We're like, no, you can't stop Christmas stockings. So we found a new way to do it. And we had talked about maybe everyone draw a name and like I do your Christmas stocking and you do his Christmas, But then we decided that my mom would still put in the apple and the nuts and the, whatever. I think she had an orange in the toe and some nuts and I don't know, candy cane and then a gift or something. But then each of us would buy a little Santa gift and put in the stocking and help fill it.
Smart.
Yeah. Because she's like, those little things cost more than your big present by the time I fill a stocking.
Yeah. Seriously.
No.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. You can't appease 20-year-olds with dollar store toys anymore.
No. I think that's kind of what our family ends up doing too, is we do give like our kids one large gift, but I found my kids have pretty much filled up my stocking each year because, it's littler stuff, which is great. I love it. And they fill up each other's stockings and it's nice. And even when one of the cousins was still little and she came to the realization, wait a minute, there's no Santa. And we're like, now you get to be an elf. So now you can shop and put something in your brother's stocking and you can put something in your mom's stocking, and so now you're an elf. So it kind of took the sting away too from there is no Santa. You're an elf. I love that. Yeah, it's fun. And you just figure out what works for your family. Yeah, it's good. And it doesn't, again, I just like to reiterate because some of us are broke. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
No.
If anything at all.
Yeah. And really, as we're going into this holiday season, all the holidays and breaks from school and things, that each other is really the focus.
Yeah.
And so if you don't get around to planning and executing and making this, that's okay. Just take the moment where you are with your kids. Yeah. And maybe it's not even a holiday type tradition, but it's just reading that book at bedtime because you have a little more time and it's a busy time of year, but also, they're home from school and maybe you have a little more time to read at bedtime or to tell a story from your childhood or, something that just take the little moments as they come.
Yeah. I like that. It's good.
And have a happy holiday.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, want to put on our comments maybe some of your traditions or things like you hope to do or ideas you have. We'll have a little idea sharing.
Yes.
And then we'll hear from you too. And keep your eye out on our Gals Facebook page, because we will have some encouragement and some connection with gals during this time that can be busy and hectic.
Yes, come back here for the little piece.
Yeah. And thank you for the time you spent joining us tonight. I hope you heard some practical skills for positive living. And we will see you next time. Love you. Bye.